Wait for a few people to get in the room. What's up, Kai Watts? How you doing today? Wait for a few more people to come into the room. I'm not gonna be on long tonight. I'm not really in a good mood. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Tommy Sino. What's on the menu, huh? What's up, Ron? Well, hey, Silks. Long time no see. Hey, everyone, get to know each other. All right, I guess I'll go and start talking. Well, not really nothing major to talk on. I mean, I guess the usual stuff. And these last few days been kind of challenging for me. Matter of fact, I don't know, but you ever find yourself just sometimes just being frustrated with people, for no reason? And I mean, these last few days, of course, I have a reason, but it's like things is just happening just to really just stuff that people do just irritate you. Like today, so I'm up in Hollywood, and the thing that one thing I can't stand. Hey, what's up, Jersey? One thing I cannot stand is an arrogant person. I'm sorry, and maybe that's something that I should get over. I can't stand arrogant people. I mean, people walk around here, they have this real haughty attitude like they're better than people. I cannot stand that. Go on and just talk it out. Anyway, I can't stand arrogant people. It's like if you don't want people to speak to you, then why carry yourself in a certain way where you're trying to get attention, and when someone says something to you, you got a issue with it. I mean, if you don't like that, stay home, or go up to the street somewhere with that BS. Like today, I saw a guy I recognize. He's another YouTuber, by the way. I'm not gonna say his name, but at least I'll give him that kind of courtesy. I really don't, but anyway, so I saw him, went to speak to him today, and he was like, I don't have time to brush me off. I'm like, okay, well, I see what that is. And and that got to me. I gotta be honest with you. That made me feel a certain way. What's up, Monique? How you doing, Queen? I want to say hi to Monique Hill. That made me feel a certain way. I know I need to let that go, and I will take your advice, Silks. I really will. I just wanted to vent about it first and just talk about it. And then you got some of these I don't know, what was it, a beach day or something. You got I saw a few women today walking around in like what appeared to be bikinis and stuff like that. I mean, they weren't completely in bikinis, but they like had robes and stuff on covering them. And it's like, as if you look at them or say something to you, they give you this attitude like, why are you speaking to me? Well, why are you dressed like that? I mean, you obviously wanted some attention, and when someone gives you some attention, you get an attitude about it. People like that make me sick. Oh, I'm sorry if it's buffering. Is it buffering for anyone else? If everyone's getting anyone's getting a clear picture or signal, put a one in the chat box. Right, Monique, I hear you. And something like that should not get to me. I guess either I'm just sensitive or I'm just easily irritated. I think I'm a little bit of both. And I just don't like seeing I just don't like seeing people showing their tail like that. It's like it's like people like handing don't hand me your tail to kiss because I'm not going to. And then I just got into it a few days ago with a family member, so I'm probably still reeling from that. A family member over something that someone else in the family said, and it came back to me. What's up, Heru Apocalypse? Man, long time no see, my brother. What is going on? I'm glad to see people coming out though and showing and coming to show me, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear people. You still? What's your number, Tommy? But yeah, you know, God is still good though. I did a video yesterday about that. I'm still tripping out over this whole Popeyes thing. I mean, come on, man. Because people ran out. I find out that the reason why that these folks is going at it because Popeyes ran out of these chicken sandwiches. I mean, do these sandwiches have crack in them or something, or what? I mean, what is it about these sandwiches that cause people to lose their mind? I mean, these folks are literally lost their ever loving mind. And I know I talked about this already, but I still just can't believe what I'm hearing. I mean, God forbid if there were any little children out there, what was going through their minds? They were probably being traumatized and stuff by this whole thing. I mean, has anyone in it? Have you all tried these new sandwiches? I mean, it's to me, it's not really that important. I mean, eventually, I probably will try one just to see what it's all about. I mean, they were like going to war with Chick-fil-A. I mean, Chick-fil-A, at least they're not the ones that's got folks fighting in the drive-through and jumping over counters and stuff. That's just as ghetto as they can be. I mean, oh, all right, Tommy. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't understand. These are grown people. It's like the morality of humanity is just really just getting lax. Hey, Kales, what's going on, love? I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, this is Poetic Kales, Sugar Boo. But yeah, it's like I mean, the morality of humanity is just is waxing. But that was prophesied. I mean, the way people are today, and I'm trying really hard to not get caught up in it. I mean, sometimes life can get to you to the point where you find yourself getting caught up in the same mess and in the BS that people are doing. And I gotta remember to not do that. I gotta remember. No, I'm not of that type of mindset. I'm not like these people. I gotta be a better person, and that even includes family. Sometimes family will treat you worse than a stranger. I'm sure you've heard that before. Family can be yeah. You know what, Monique, you got a real good point. Yeah, they can get us through the food also. I mean, what's up, TR? They can get us through the food, but yeah, it's like I mean, these folks is just losing their mind. I heard some years ago that the food industry was putting some kind of powder stuff on the food we consume that makes it more addictive. You know what? That makes a lot of sense too, Heru. It could be. And you know what? Truth be told is, I hear folks saying that we gotta eat better, but you know what? No matter what we eat, there's going to always be something wrong with it. Whether it's GMOs, whether it's processed. To be honest with you, there's nothing that we're eating that's completely free of anything. I mean, that's why me personally, I just believe in praying over everything I eat. And I hear that some people don't eat meat. We got some people that are vegans, some are vegetarians, and I respect that. In my opinion, though, it's nothing wrong with eating meat. I mean, I think with anything, you should do it in moderation. I mean, even drinking water, you can do that in moderation also. Everything is not. Some people want to complicate stuff more and make a science out of stuff. Just do what you do, be safe doing it, and I believe you should be watchful. I believe that there are certain dietary restrictions. I get that people need to be mindful of, but as far as all these really stringent activities, I personally don't believe it takes all that. But there are some meats and things I try to stay away from. I really do try to stay away from beef, and I'm sure as heck trying to stay away from pork because pork is really not good for you. I know that. Um, yes, I do eat chicken. I do eat fish, and I've had Popeyes before. I mean, Popeyes is not bad food, but I'm not going to be standing in long lines and jumping over counters because they ran out of it. It's not that serious for me at all. And the fact that a bunch of grown people are doing this, that just makes it worse. Like I said, I hope there were no children out there because I just get the feeling that there were, and God forbid that they might need some counseling when they get older. But what's up, DJ Storm? That's just how it is. And what else is going on today? So I'm sure everyone y'all heard about what was that? Trump's is supposed to be in Brazil setting fires to the rainforest or something. Uh, I mean, I mean, as if we don't got enough issues to worry about here in the United States, and he wants to be off in the Amazon messing with this stuff. I mean, come on, man. What is really going on? What's the deal? What is the deal, yo? I mean, folks are tripping. Folks is tripping hard. I mean, the fire. I mean, it's like the Amazon. That's where a lot of the oxygen supposedly comes from. Oh, I can see where they were probably peaceful where you are, Silks. Cause see, oh, in that area where you are, they don't play that. They gonna get some order out there. Yeah, I've been out in the area where you are, and they're gonna get some order out there. Now that's these and the thing is that see this is all by design. They know certain things that trigger us. That's why they purposely target us with certain things and certain issues. They know it's gonna be a whole bunch of black folks out there, and they want to further perpetuate that stereotype that oh yeah, black folks love chicken. You know what? Actually, like I said, I do love chicken and I do love watermelon, but I'm not a stereotype. But they got out there, and I'm sure they had the cameras out there. People were all up in the cameras, cheesing and grinning and just acting a fool because oh okay, I see what you mean, Tommy. Yeah, I mean they got all these people out there just acting a complete idiot. But other than that, though, I'm gonna still be. I mean, God is good. I mean, He's gonna still constantly watch over me. And even though sometimes I wondered to myself why. I know I don't deserve a lot of stuff, but he still continues. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come in. What's up, Anthony? I just wanted to just come on out here and just chop it up with the family and see how everyone's doing. It's a little bit hot, so sorry if I'm looking all kinds of ways here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I was talking about Trump in the Amazon rainforest. I mean, what's up with that? Why is he in the Amazon anyway? What's the deal? Because we know that I think maybe what 95% of our oxygen maybe comes from the Amazon. I mean, are they trying to cut down all the trees there, or what's the deal with that? What is going on? Oh, things are pretty going on pretty well here, Heru. It's hot. It's really hot. Oh, it's not Tommy. So what's the deal then? Or what's going on? Because I'm hearing different stories and stuff. I mean, does he have anything to do with it, or is he one of the ones that is he even there for that matter? In Brazil or something like that. Anyway, let's move on from that. So Daniel Pantaleo, oh, logging, okay. So Daniel Pantaleo was finally fired. Of course, I'm not really surprised and I'm not really impressed. Why does it take this long to fire a corrupt cop? I don't understand it. I mean, in the amount of time that Eric Garner lost his life, it's been what 2014, 3 or 4 years since he lost his life, and all of a sudden he gets fired from the department. Hey, Annie, how you doing? I mean, man, yeah. What was I? I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, I was talking about Daniel Pantaleo. Yeah, they drug their heels, letting this cop go, and then all of a sudden they decide to fire him. I mean, I just don't get that. And maybe because we don't fight enough. See, that this is a perfect example. I mean, instead of standing in long lines fighting over chicken sandwiches, you need to be fighting this system that continues to discriminate and violate our civil rights. But that's I mean, it's like that's like right. What are my thoughts on the government? I think it needs to I think it needs to really be dealt with. I think the people need to get back control, because last time I checked in the Constitution it says that we the people. Now, not the Constitution, but I think the preamble. Anyway, the first three letters is we the people. So that means we the people need to have control over the government. We the people need to tell folks how to do things. We need to voice our concerns. We need to be in charge of this, not the politicians, not the rich elites, but we the people. Like it says, we the people. So why aren't we in charge? Why aren't we running things? Why are we not doing what it is that we need to do? I mean, these are some questions I think just need to be asked, need to be answered. I mean, we really need to get on the ball, jump on the bandwagon with this, with the way stuff is going. Anyway, everyone, get the likes up. I appreciate everyone coming through here. Appreciate people coming, stopping in to see how I'm doing, coming to listen to what I have to say. Thank you all so much. Support the channel, y'all. PayPal.me/Aaron Collins. Also, hit up the Patreon, putting the Patreon together too. But these are just some things that we just really need to get a hold of and just really need to pay attention to in the world today. I mean, particularly in the nation, I think that people, we really need to, I think we really need to to get our heads out of these cell phones and out of these irrelevant things and just pay attention to what's going on around us. Not saying anything wrong with using your phone. Oh yes, Silks, it is great. I know. I'm not saying though, throw out your phone, but get out your phone long enough to pay attention to what's going on in the world today. I mean, I pay attention all the time. I can walk down the street and I just see people with their faces down in their phones, and I think to myself, you know what? Somebody could just easily just run up on them and just have their way with them, because they're so busy in their phones. Folks are not paying attention. Folks are not. They're not. They're not awake or anything like that at all. I mean, you could be walking around here with your eyes open, but that doesn't mean you're awake. Just because you're walking around here, people still asleep. And I don't mean woke as in like the way people use the term woke, like it's some kind of trending topic. I'm talking about woke being meaning as paying attention to what's going on, paying attention to what we see right before us. Because sometimes one thing that people do is that these corporations and whoever is in charge does, they hide things in plain sight. They'll put something right in front of you, and you still won't know what it is. Yeah, Monique, distracted. They'll put stuff right in your midst, and you still won't know what it is. You still won't have a clue what's going on. And some people, one thing they do, they lull us back to sleep with entertainment, with all sorts of things that are not making sense. And once again, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. I mean, I go to movies and stuff too. I don't have no problem with us being entertained. But after a while, you got to get out of the entertainment mode. You got to get out of the fantasy zone and come back to reality. You got to do that eventually, and you got to come back to your senses and get this thing going again. You got to get our lives in order. And with the way the world is, y'all, yes, things are going to get worse. But even when they get worse, I still believe that there's some hope. There's still some hope. And you know what? A lot of with the way things are going on today, I look at them also this way. I look at things as character builders. It's a character builder. It's supposed to build your character. If things are supposed to not put you in a, they're not supposed to put you in a frozen panic, but you're supposed to learn from these things. You're supposed to learn from what's going on and make an effort to do something to change the situation. That's the way I see it. That's the way I choose to see things. I choose to see stuff as we need to stop. We need to stop being easily distracted, myself included. You know, yours truly, and because I'm working on practicing what I preach. Stop being easily distracted and continue to focus on what we need to focus on. And you know, I see these things that's happening, and to me, I look at it, it's pretty much all a rerun to me, with the way a lot of this stuff is going on. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Ra? How you doing? I'm glad to see you, Ra. Glad to see you. Yeah, pray for Brazil. Pray for everything. I heard briefly of what's going on in Brazil, but you know what? We talk about all these situations, all these conflicts, and all these hotbeds and cesspools in other parts of the world. And you know what? We got situations dealing with right here in the United States. I mean, the way I look at it, it's nothing wrong with being concerned about what's going on in the rest of the world, but we need to take care of home. We need to work on our own immediate situation. We need to buckle down and see what we can do to help this. No, we need to do all that. Oh, y'all having another conversation? Okay, Silks. Okay, I thought you were talking to someone else. Yeah, we need to worry about what's going on in our own country. So Tommy says, in order for man to obtain true liberty, he must first free his mind. Well, I certainly do agree. Yeah, you definitely need to free your mind. You need to free your mind, and I believe the rest will follow. I mean, sometimes folks, sometimes folks want to stay asleep. They don't want to stay awake. Oh, you're talking to me, Silks. Some guy named Kong, Kong. I forget the name of this particular um, page. Anyway, I recognized him and went to say something, and he just gave me a blow off. That's what I got upset about. And like I said, he doesn't owe it to me. No one owes it to me to speak to me. I get that. I do get that. But yeah, yes, so, and I get it that no one owes it to me to speak to me. But I don't know. It's just that certain things. Oh yeah, I heard of that bad way person. It's certain thing. It's just certain attitudes. I don't know, y'all. I'm like I said. I'm just taking this way too personally, and I shouldn't. Or I really shouldn't. So I gotta check myself for that. And to answer your question, Silks, I saw him today in Hollywood. So yeah, that's just that was one of my biggest gripes. Yeah, I shouldn't know that get to me. I should be a bigger, I should be a bigger man than that. I actually am. Yes, Kai Watts. Yeah, you know what though, Ron, and you know what, y'all absolutely right. And like I was saying before, I should have, I should have just let it go. But I let it get. And like I said, that's something I need to work on myself about. 1986 movie called They Live, starring the brother. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Rowdy Piper. I just saw that recently. Yeah, everyone's a zombie. Yeah, it's kind of like that movie was almost like it's kind of like it was like a pre-Matrix. Yeah, Interesting. Yeah, I did see They Live though. It was a good movie. And it one thing about these movies today, I guess and people go to be entertained, but what they're doing, a lot of them, they are subliminally hypnotizing folks. They are they are that's what they are out there doing. They're hypnotizing people, and we just have to be more aware. Once again, I'm not saying don't go to movies, because Lord knows I go to movies and own some and go see some more. But just understand that, okay, that's why it's called a program. See, if you break down the word television, it's called a program. Why is it called a program? Because you are literally being programmed. Break down the word television. Tell, lie, vision. You're basically telling lies. You're trying to get people to see your vision by telling them lies. Yeah, I know that sounded really profound, didn't it? but no, but real talk. I've heard different stories. TV's known as the one-eyed demon, the boob tube. Y'all listen. By no means, don't go home and throw your TVs out. That's not what I'm saying. Don't throw out your TV. Continue to watch your television, but just understand and be aware. What's up, Jalen? Long time no see. Oh man, I hear what you're saying. hmm But yeah, it's one of the things I don't really like to watch. I don't like to watch the news because a lot of times it's bad. But then at the same time, the news that they have today is really the news that they want you to see. They don't really even put the full report out. They only want you to put out the bits and pieces that they want you to see. See what they're trying to do. They're trying to shape our narrative. They're trying to shape how we think. And that's why they spin certain narratives or something, because they want you to think what they want you to think. They want you to respond how they want you to respond to things. That's why they have certain topics they talk about, like, for example, when you focus on the violent crimes and stuff that's going on, what they're doing is they're enacting fear. They want to incite fear in people. They want people to be more afraid so they can have a reason to send in the shock troops, send in the goons to handle these things, basically putting everything in a police state. And with the police state, then that's when they'll be able to have their powers and exercise absolute power and control over the masses. Yeah, it's very toxic. And that's why people such as us, YouTubers, we need to be the media. Independent media, which they're still trying to outlaw, they're still trying to silence us, but we need to be the ones who put out this truth, to put out the real story, the real things that's going on, and stop letting them dictate to us what to think and what and how to talk and how to feel about things, because that's one thing they can't manipulate is a person's feelings. What's up, Gav Talk? That's the one thing that they can't do. They try to manipulate people's feelings, try to get us to think a certain way, trying to get us to to sway to their drum. That's a form of hypnotism. And once they do that, then they know they got you. They got us. One of the things about that movie, since y'all brought it up, is They Live, is that in order to see the hidden thing that they put right in front of you, they gave everyone these certain special glasses, and the ones that they had, the ones that were possessed, they had bright colored eyes. They had their eyes. That everyone had like a skull type of face, but in order for you to know that, you had to have these glasses on. You had to have these glasses to see who was who. Oh, okay, Silks. I'll be on the lookout for that one. That one sounds like it's gonna be a good one. So yeah, that's. You just got to be more alert and more watchful. I mean, like the Bible says, watch as well as pray. And it's also, I believe I think it's in Peter. But definitely, you have to be, like the Bible says, be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, walks about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. That's real. And that doesn't mean, like I said, be paranoid. It doesn't mean be in a panic, be in a frozen state of terror. It means just simply just be out there alert. I mean, when you're out there, just look around, see what's going on, see how things unfold, see what the world is like. I'm glad you finally are getting it out there, Silks. It sounds like something that the world needs to see. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this is what we need to be doing. One of the things that I always talk about, and this is just something I'm going to continue to talk about because I can't help it. But I see a lot of these so-called B1s and conscious folks out here talking all this rhetoric about building up civilization. Okay, that's fine and all, but it takes money to do that. It takes finances. Now, something I've heard people say about this Popeye's chicken debacle is that folks running out there, they're doing all that stuff just to get a damn chicken sandwich. But yet, these same folks, and yeah, it was mostly us out there, some of these same folks won't bat an eye to another black business who's trying to get out there. You're so quick to want to stuff and feed your face, but you don't want to do nothing to feed your brain, feed your mind, feed your soul. You don't want to do nothing to help put someone else up that looks like you on top. And why is that? I mean, is that's just it's all part of that divide and conquer. It's all part of that mentality that causes us to hate each other. Who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you to hate those who look like you? And yeah, it's a crying shame. But I'm quite sure it's not going to be the end of it. I know this is not going to be the last we hear of certain of things like this. It's not going to be the last. Heck, it probably wasn't the first. But I just need to get out here and rant and vent because with the way things are, you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna be the bigger person, and I still want to be in a position to where I could be part of the solution and not the problem. We got to put that in our minds. We got to be a part of the solution. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Ra. And you know what? Certain terminologies I don't like to use no more either. I mean, I'm just a I'm just a black man, y'all, who just is concerned about the plight of his people. Don't put no more labels on me. I don't even like. I mean, if people want to say B1, that's cool. I'll say B1. I mean, okay, fine. But I'm not gonna call myself B1. I'm just a brother who's concerned about his people, and I think that's by default. I don't think you should have to have a label to be concerned about the plight of your own community, of your own people. I mean, to me, that's ludicrous. I mean, just do the work. And you know what? You don't even have to do nothing major. but make an effort to do something. Doing something is better than doing nothing. I'll put it to you this way. If you did something and you wound up doing it all wrong, that's okay because at least you did something. I mean, yeah, of course you want to strive to do it right, but even if you did make an effort and innocently you did something wrong, that's okay because at least you got out there and did something. I mean, one thing someone taught me is that if you make a decision, maybe you made the wrong decision, but at least you made a decision, and that goes a long way. At least make a decision. That's right, Silks. I mean, man, I can't believe it's 2019, about to be 2020, and you still got folks on here. You still got black men on here talking about black women's edges and weave and all that other moistness that they talk about. You still got black women on here talking about black men ain't shit. Black men don't they ain't scared of commitment and all that. I mean, God. I mean, does it ever end? I mean, does it really ever end? And sometimes I get to the point where is it worth it? All these headaches. But I already made up my mind. Is I'm going to still go into other sectors. I'm not going to just be linked to this one sector, but at the same time, I still love my people, and I'm going to still do what I can to build my community. And you know what? It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't take anything major to even do that. If you go into a black business, say you see a pen, and say that pen costs $1, if you spend like $1, guess what? You supported a black business. It's that simple. I've said this before. I mean, I believe in us supporting black businesses. Yeah, I know we support everyone else because we really have no choice but to support everyone else because well, the dominant society pretty much runs and controls everything, and well, we gotta eat, we gotta pay bills, we gotta have somewhere to live. So yeah, that's fine. Support who you gotta support and do what you gotta do, but at the same time, support your own too. At the same time, and if people don't treat you right, well, don't support them. See, that's another thing. We got to get into the habit of doing boycotts and stuff. I was talking to someone today. In Hollywood, is a certain part of Hollywood. You see a bunch of. I've been noticing this today. On Vine. As a matter of fact, on Vine Street, I see a lot of black people, little small businesses setting up shop on Vine, right on the stars. I'm like, oh, interesting. I see there's no one but us out there. So I'm thinking, okay. And then I think about neighborhoods like Leimert Park in South Central that's being gentrified. It's like, why do we wait for our stuff to start getting snatched from us in order for us to get up and do something? That is the thing about us that's really has got to change. We are enough. We wait till something after the fact starts happening, and then we want to get up in arms about it. But it's too late. It is too late. And when you get people like me, or someone like Gab Talk Media, or Silks BB Scratching, that's sitting there sounding the alarm, trying to tell you what to do, and you ignore us, and then when the thing that we were talking about starts happening, and then you decide you want to get up and see, it's too late. And so, I mean, like I said, there is hope. As long as you have warm blood flowing through your body, as long as you have air flowing in your lungs, it is not too late. You can still get up and get involved, still get up and do something. And like I said before, it doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't take anything major to do it. Just get up and do something. I mean, it's a lot of people out here that's probably not old enough to remember this, but in the 90s, there was this commercial from Nike. They had this really catchy phrase. It's really simple. It goes by just do it. And I take that to heart because me, I'm one of those types of people, and I'm admitting this about myself. I have that problem called procrastination. I have that bad. And sometimes I think about stuff, and then I'll say I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, okay, I'll do it the next day. The next day comes, and and so on and so on. Before you know it, whatever I have to do, it still doesn't get done. And so I have to change that too. There are some things I have improved on, but it's some other areas I need to work on too. So like I said, I don't tell people to do something and I don't do it myself. I try to actually lead by example. I try to make sure I do things that I tell other people to do because I take it seriously enough to do it. I take it seriously enough to try to do something. So I mean, we could all do this together, everyone. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, just do it, and it's actually easier than you think. Yeah, it's actually easier than you think to just do it. But yeah, y'all. I mean, getting on here, doing these videos, doing these live streams. You know, one thing I found out this yesterday, that I'm an influencer. That's another term, analogy that they use here in the social media for folks like YouTubers and content creators. We're known as influencers. And when I think about that, I'm like, man, yeah, I guess I am an influencer. Wow. And I take that seriously. Say what you will about YouTube. I know YouTube's got its quirks and it's got its issues. But you know what? I think about it, it's not really all that bad of a platform. I mean, you are able to have a wide reach or a wide stretch, and it's not as bad as we would like to think. You know, it's not as it's not. What am I saying? It's nothing wrong with following the rules. I mean, I know they have certain community guidelines that we may find questionable, but we are still able to do things that we want to do and speak and share knowledge and information with people. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping I hope everyone's learning something. I mean, I love to get on here and just talk to folks. How to how is Ankh 2? I don't understand what you're saying there, Tommy. But yeah, we have to just learn to roll the punches, roll the flow. I learned this a long time ago that there's two types of trees. There's palm trees and there's redwoods. Now there's more than two types of trees, but I use these two in particular. Like when you have certain things happen, like the winds and certain disasters, one thing that palm trees do is that they go with the flow. They flow with whatever the wind is going their way and they just flow with it. A regular tree, like a redwood, as soon as you get enough wind, eventually it'll snap and break. One thing I'm learning to do is be a palm tree. Learn to so we could flow. And I've been through some adversities. I've been through some some things that didn't necessarily feel good, and I don't want to have to go through them again. But I came out of it pretty well. You know, thank God for that, and that's just how it is. Learning to be a palm tree. And when someone broke down that analogy for me, it really made sense. I mean, it stuck with me. I mean, that's why I'm mentioning it today. So, someone shared that information with me a long time ago, and I in turn want to share it with everyone here on YouTube. I want to come and share with my audience here, with my family here. I mean, I like to this is what I like to do. I love to share information with people. I love to let everyone know how I feel about things, you know. Yeah, palm tree and redwood. Because see, the redwood is like a regular tree. It stays there. It's firmly planted in the ground. But you get a strong enough wind, and eventually that palm tree will snap. I mean that redwood tree will snap and break. I'm like, man, that's profound. That's powerful. You know, that's really that's deep. And I'm basically just living out the meaning of my name. You know, my first name is Aaron, which means enlightened one, or the light bearer. And like Moses' brother, Aaron basically translated what Moses was saying. He broke it down to people. He broke down what Moses was saying, and that's what I find myself doing with you guys here, breaking down stuff. Everybody feel like they in class? Yeah, I mean, in life, y'all, you know, one thing about life itself is a school. Life is a lesson in itself. Yeah, life is life will make you, and it will sure enough break you. How you doing, Mona? Mona, sympathetic. How you doing? And welcome. Yep. So breaking down, you know, ever since those incidents that happened in El Paso and Dayton, I haven't really heard too much more about it. I mean, it's like we have the news, and then things just go back to normal. I mean, it's like that's it. We're not gonna do anything else more about it. I'm not saying folks should harp on it, but what is gonna happen? See, one thing when these incidents happen, they want to talk about gun control and gun laws. I just saw an advertisement from the NRA yesterday. Y'all say what you will about the NRA. I think the NRA is a good organization. I think the NRA is not bad. It's not a bad organization. So NRA, you know, I've heard this before. When these incidents happen, they want to talk about gun control. They want to talk about laws. They want to talk about they want to talk about things, certain weapons and stuff like that. But the thing is that when they start trying to take away all the guns, that's making people even more unsafe. See, instead of going after the ones that are perpetrating these crimes, they want to go after the law-abiding citizens. Furthermore, putting us in a police state. So we cannot allow that to happen. We have the right to defend ourselves. Now, those that are of a sound mind and of a preferred mental capacity, yeah, they should have weapons. But those that are not wrapped too tight, those that are have a deficient mindset, okay, yeah, they shouldn't be able to operate a weapon. But at the same time, gun safety and gun ownership is also up to the person. You have to be responsible with your weapon. That means don't be laying it sitting around for kids to get and leaving it loaded and stuff like that. Okay, so who's this Oscar Quintero? What is my take on weed? I don't smoke it. You know, that's my take on it. Now, as far as what other people do, that's their business. I don't smoke it. That's just me. Why not? Because I just choose not to. I choose not to. But let me I'm sorry, I'm losing focus. We have to. That's why I said this earlier. That we the people, we are the ones that are in charge of what goes on in the government. We're the ones that is in charge of. We're the ones that's in charge of what the powers that be do. We need to be on top of that. No, we need to be the ones that tell them what to do. That's the way it was supposed to originally be, not the politicians. See, we tell the politicians what to do. I know cowards. That's why we need to go back to being in charge. You're right. The politicians are the ones that's in charge, and that should not be. Yeah, and get back. I'm getting back on track, Luke Silks. So, in saying that, we can't be walking around here in a perpetual state of fear. We must, we have to, we have to just be more alert, be more aware, be more, just be more in a, what's the word I'm looking for? In a, in a, in a sound state of mind, in a sound mindset. We can't be so caught up in technology. I thank God for technology. Technology is great, but don't be so inundated with it that we lose focus of the real world. We lose focus of what's going on around us. That is what I'm trying to say. So let me read some comments. Let's see what people are saying. Let's read what people are saying. Someone on some things. So I think what Oscar is saying is, what is your take on weed? Weed would make life better in America. Doesn't matter if you smoke it or not. Well, my take on it, I guess I really don't have a take on it. I mean, I'm neutral. I really don't think a person should be high all the time. I don't think a person should be definitely in a an altered state of mind when it comes to being behind the wheel. I mean, I know people say that weed is natural, but I really don't think that it's should be an effective, be something that should be utilized in all situations. I don't think I really don't think that it should be consumed. But yeah. But you know what, guys? I hope I was able to get on here and enlighten everybody. That's what my entire goal is. It's to enlighten the masses. For those who didn't see before what I was talking about, you know, always have the playback. Once again, everyone, I love you all. Support the channel. PayPal.me/Real Aaron Collins. Also Patreon. Get the likes up, y'all. And man, I mean, yeah, weed is for mowing, not right. Oh boy. Anyway, everyone. With that said, I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everyone spending some time with me. Silks email me, and y'all, whatever you do, I'm gonna say this: whatever you decide to do, do it in moderation. There. I hope that answers the weed question. Do it in moderation. Don't overdo it. Do what you do. Do it to your best ability, and just don't force it off on everyone else. Don't force it off on no one else. So yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Oscar. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Quintero. Yeah. Anyway, everyone. Man, I never thought I'd have to answer a weed question, but I guess I did. Anyway, y'all, be safe. God bless you. I want to see you again. Love you all. And do what you do and go be great. All right. Talk to y'all later.